Welcome back, guys, to Final Fantasy XVI, where last episode, after handing over the Bomb King Ash for the Alembic in Weird Science, finishing our hideaway side quest, we set out to tell Sid of Kupka's death, joined by Gav, Jill, Charon, and Goetz, where it was decided that we would sneak into Sam Breck's new capital with the towering trader as cover. So it was that we began a journey through Leitney's Cleft, helping dispatch some bandits for a duo of suspicious sellswords in Get Cart before casting our eyes upon the final sin, as we now continue onwards while tension grows within the Empire's royalty.
So what's normally down this area? The one that looks incredibly quest-like, do you know what I mean? Probably a hunt spot. Wouldn't surprise me. Bandits? I don't know. Come get me. Come get me. Go on. Come on. You took too long. And you lived. Not allowed to do that. Took so long that all the others managed to get in on the fight. That's wrong.
More refugees.
And they're all making for the crystalline dominion.
Because they don't know how to live without the crystal's blessing.
Well, it's gonna get worse for them then, isn't it? Definitely traders, yeah? At least these animals keep to themselves and aren't just charging this line of humans, really. So they could pick off some of the solo stragglers, right?
Boklad. Finally.
Yes.
There are no crystals here. We have to keep going.
What's the rest, though?
Crystalline Dominion is our only chance.
I know, but the checkpoint. This is where we're supposed to meet Goetz, isn't it?
That's right. He said he'd wait for us here after replenishing his supplies. I dare say he'll have finished by now.
I mean, it's not exactly that hard to find, though, if we actually
What's
wanted
that,
to.
then? No traders pass. No passage.
Well, I thought you were traders in the first place, but yeah, I guess that's a bit too many.
Porter for hire. The best service at the best price. Others will carry off your fortune. I'll just carry your goods.
Who is this joke about porters? What the hell?
What do you think, girl? Is it time we took to the Crystal Road ourselves?
Oh, they got a lot of hay. The chocobos are well fed. Interestingly, there's not a single treasure chest out on this lovely view. Pretty. Definitely not the sign of an ancient battlefield where it looks like the sides of the rock were melted. Kinda. There we go. That's what we were looking for in this region. That's what we were after.
This is everything.
Let me carry your goods. I'm cheap.
And nasty. Let me, my lord. You won't regret it.
Cheap and nasty, eh?
Out of my sight.
What are you looking for?
I don't know. What are you selling? Betrayal orchestrion roll? Sure, I'll buy that.
Many thanks.
My poor money.
Farewell.
Well, before we go onwards, we kind of should check out some more of these areas, see if there's anything going down. There's no side quest yet, but it's another big populated settlement we might be able to get a quest from via the Aligned thing later.
I wish to engage the Crimson Caravan services. Where's the proprietress?
She's otherwise engaged at present, my lord. Come back later.
That's a no, then.
Bloody Crimson Caravan, scooping up all the best customers. Leave some for the rest of us.
My god, there's loads of Chocobo Porters.
Hurry, man. I must leave for the Dominion post haste.
I am hurrying, my lord.
This town's economy seems to be porters. Porters for hire. The caravans may bleed you dry, Aldrich may drink you dry. We'll get your goods home and dry for cheap. Sand and stone orchestrion stroll. That's good for me. That's the entire reason we go looking around after all.
I hear the brothers found another victim. Can you believe it?
I believe it, all right. What's that? The third this month?
The brothers, you say?
Ah, a soldier like yourself could do with hearing this. If ever you see a couple of brothers up in Lakeney's Cleft, you just pass them right on by.
And why's that?
Because they're duplicitous bastards who make cutthroats and footpads look like upstanding citizens by comparison. What they do is befriend a passing merchant, someone new to the area, and steer them straight into the arms of bandits. The merchant dead and his murderers busy bickering over the poor bastard's wares. The brothers set to sweet-talking some other unsuspecting fool, a warrior. Now, the brave soul charges into the footpad's den thinking he's doing the realm a favour, and when he's done, the brothers sweep in and loot the bandits and dead merchant both.
Yeah, there's a lazy sort of cunning to it, I suppose. You'd think they'd run out of bandits eventually.
So close to Boklad? Not bloody likely.
I suppose you're right. Anyway, if you run into them, you steer clear. Or better yet, give them a damn good hiding.
I only wish I had. Thanks for the warning.
Wait, you must go back and put the foot in, then. Man, I trusted him so much, too. They really need to get down there. I'm asking you something voiced properly. Do you know what I mean? But I guess I don't need to if it keeps working this well.
Drake's fang's fallen, would you believe it? No wonder everyone's taken to the road.
That's not all. I heard Lord Kupka fell too. The Republic's not long for this world, if you ask me.
If our new arrivals had brought any coin with them, we'd be rich.
Love these people who tell you stuff when you just walk past them. The Wheel and Crescent invites all traders and travellers weary of foot, parched of throat, and light of belly to rest a while within our premises. No bearers in the snug. Great. Well, that's the town checked out to a fair degree at this point in time. Got a few treasure chests for our trouble. Got an equestrian roll or two to add to the catalogue. Now onwards. Peaches and pears.
Wonders from across the water. Come one, come all. Feast your eyes. Good sir, can I interest you in...
How much? For a measly crust of bread?
You won't find any cheaper. Not nowadays. You're more than welcome to look.
The Empire's unlawful and illegitimate occupation of the crystalline dominion is still in effect. Only those whose business in Twinside has been officially approved by the Republican Army will be permitted to cross the border. All who seek entry are to form a line and ready their documents for inspection.
It looks like we aren't the only ones who are eager to leave.
And they're checking everyone.
Can't you make an
Not for the likes of you.
We won't get through without that pass. Let's go in and find Goetz, shall we? He must be around here somewhere.
They're sweet as nectar.
You'd think it would be very easy to find. But obviously, he hasn't been.
Tight-fisted swines. You should come with me to the Dominion. Life will be different there. Act like it's the end of the world.
Not so much a tavern, that one.
Go and bother someone else, will you? I've got my trader's pass and I'll be leaving as soon as I'm able. If I stay here much longer, I'll end up no better off than those poor sods by the gates.
Well, that's the fact. It's like, go away, stop bothering me. But now I'm going to tell you my life story. I'm going to add all these extra lines on because I really want you to know I want you to go away. I was on my way away, but then you called me back.
I'll take the large one.
An excellent choice, my lord.
You did well to cover yourself in shade, to be honest. You actually were less... You were more inconspicuous than I thought.
Oh, good. There you are.
Clive, I'm so sorry. Don't tell Nan, will you?
Slow down, Goetz. Just tell us what happened.
It's me trader's pass. It's gone. We cannot ride the caravan without it. We won't even be able to get through the flipping checkpoint.
Do you remember when you last saw it?
It was in my pocket a minute ago. Then a bairn bumped into me and... Yeah. You don't think that they might have nicked it, do you?
It wouldn't surprise me. A busy market like this is prime territory for pickpockets.
So, to get the pass back, we need to find this child. Where would we even start?
I know where! I've got a pal in Boklad who might be able to help us. No one knows more about what goes on round here than she does.
Where do we find her?
She's the owner of the Crimson Caravans, up that way. Sign's got a red chocobo on it.
No time like the present.
You two go on ahead. I'm gonna check the rest of my stuff, make sure naught else is missing.
All right. We'll meet you there.
The pass is the most valuable thing you have.
Let's keep an eye out for this red chocobo, then.
And the other on our purses.
Next to the checkpoint.
I mean, I usually keep my eye out for red chocobos, just in case. It's kind of one of those safety first things.
Sight, wretch. I've no use for branded. You can't even fill my cup.
I could stab that guy in the back of it.
Looking to hire a coach? It's 10 million for a two-birder to the Crystalline Dominion. Take it or leave it.
Oh, we're not here for that.
Then I bid you good day.
Oh, wait! Don't go, El. He's me mate.
As I live and breathe. Goetz, what are you doing back in Boklad? I gather Lady Karen didn't send you. So what trouble have you got yourself into this time?
It's me trader's pass. It got stolen. By a little bairn.
Of all the... You're the size of a marble. Honestly. Ugh.
Goetz told us that you know the markets well. Might you have an idea which little bairn could have done this?
We don't intend to punish them. We just need our pass back. Then, we can be on our way.
I see. So neither of you has a trader's pass either. Not that anyone would take you for traders, but I suppose that's why you came to me, correct? Now, I can't say for sure who took your pass, but I suspect I know why they did it. Let me explain. Ever since the Fist marched on the Dominion, the Republic has been clamping down on any commerce that might aid the Empire more than it does us. Which means traders' passes have gone from being merely a way of easing one's progress to being essential if one wishes to cross the border at all. And with demand outstripping supply, they've become a precious commodity, leading some to seek to acquire them by less than legitimate means.
So the children are stealing passes to sell on the black market?
Yes, and no. Passes are inscribed with the names of their owners, and yet none of the victims' names have appeared on the register of those passing through the checkpoint.
Which means?
That someone is doctoring the stolen passes. The same someone who is encouraging the children to steal them. And the same someone who has Goetz's pass, no doubt. Whoever they are, they're ruining the livelihoods of honest merchants, which is why we've decided to take a stand. Will you stand with us? You want to get your pass back, and we want to ensure that no more are stolen. Catch whoever's behind it all, and 2 birds shall be slain with a single stone.
Is there any other way of getting to the Crystalline Dominion, Goetz?
They won't let you in if you're not with the caravan. It's that, I don't know, try swimming across the strait. But the guards will definitely spot you if you try and do that. Like, we don't want to get spotted, right?
So either we find the people who took the pass, or give up all hope of entering the Dominion.
All right. We'll help.
Thank you kindly. But I don't know your name. Eloise at your service.
Clive.
A pleasure doing business with you, Clive. The proprietor of the furniture makers by the coach stop is spearheading the search. Wear that, and he will know you for a friend. I suggest that you speak with him first.
The furniture makers. Understood.
Let's get our pass back then. Interesting friend you have there, Goetz.
I looked through the rest of me stuff, and now else was missing, just me pass. But that was the only thing that really mattered. We can't ride the caravan without it. And it's not as if I'm getting another. It was hard enough getting this one. Oh, please, Clive, you've got to help us get it back. You're my only hope.
We've formed something of a merchant's guild to get to the bottom of our pickpocketing problem. The furniture maker by the coach stop is gathering the reports.
Let's sort it out then. It's time to... What? I mean, when he's like, it's a kid, you're as big as a marble. You could, like, in a way that like, you could sort that out. What do you want him to do? Crush the child? He definitely probably could, but it doesn't seem like a good thing. Snake spit? I bet it will. I don't want to see snake spit. Ugh.
Are you the furniture maker?
Looking for something in particular? Ah, Eloise collared you too, eh? Then I expect you want to know more.
She told me you were leading the hunt for the pickpockets. What have you learned?
For one, that they're targeting the traders carrying the biggest packs. Harder to watch your back, see? And less chance of the mark giving chase if they're spotted. Not that they'd be likely to catch them. Those imps know every inch of this warren like the backs of their hands.
Their eyes must have lit up when they saw Goetz.
The fishmonger round by the gate's been trying to track down the children involved. You should go and have a word with her.
Thank you. We will.
If only he wore like the pass around like a chain around his neck. No child could reach then.
Of this quality in Twinside.
Not many adults could either.
Come with me to the Dominion.
Right,
Life
being
will be
super
different
obvious.
Fish for sale! Fresh sorted and smoked! Can I interest you? Ah, sorry. Message from Eloise, is it?
She's asked me to help her. To help you find the pickpockets.
Is that so? Suppose I better tell you what I know then. For one, this isn't a family operation. All the traders say the children who stole their passes were dirty, dressed in rags. Street urchins, by the sound of it. We get a lot around here.
Orphans from the wars.
A few, perhaps. You saw the refugees gathered by the entranceway? They're all looking for a new start in the Dominion and beyond. Some of them take it as an opportunity to rid themselves of unwanted baggage.
The shame of it.
Whoever's behind this would have to have made themselves known to the children at some point.
And so should we.
You should start with the children around here, then. I doubt they're the ones involved, but they might have heard something.
It's worth a try.
All right, then. Questioning children. How hard can that be?
Then Torgal to do it. I do like the fact that we walked up to that fishmonger,
to the Dominion. Life will be different there.
stood there in front of her, and she continued to shout in our face for a while until she realised.
My peaches! They're sweet as nectar!
Excuse me. Do you mind if I ask you something?
Can't stop you.
I was just wondering if anyone has asked you to do anything out of the ordinary recently.
Anything you grown-ups ever ask us to do is shut up and go away. So guess what I'm about to tell you to do?
Sorry. I'll leave you alone.
What if I jump a bit?
Just leave me alone.
Okay, kiddo.
I'll take the large one.
To be honest, I understand the lack of faith in adults at that point.
Do you have a moment?
What do you want?
What I want is to know who's asking children like you to pick pockets.
I don't know. Nobody's asked me. What's picking pockets? Do you get paid for it?
No, you get in trouble for it. So if they come calling, you know what to tell them.
We're just warning them off now, are we?
The caravan stops next to the checkpoint. Give me a trader's pass.
Excuse me?
What do you want? I don't have any money.
It's all right. We're not going to hurt you. We just want to talk.
What about?
We've heard that some very bad people are making children like you steal from travelers. We need to know who's behind it so we can stop them.
I don't know much about it, really. But my friend, Honza, he said he got a job doing something dangerous.
Sounds promising.
We need to find him and ask.
Do you know where your friend might be?
He's usually by the tents outside town.
Thank you. You've been very helpful.
Come on, come on!
A ways away. Let's trying to cover up the fact that she's now a grass.
Let me carry your goods. I'm cheap.
Her friend Honza might not be that pleased.
She must have meant the refugee camp.
Let's hope he's still nearby.
Daddy, I'm hungry.
Well, that's someone who hasn't abandoned their child. Or maybe in the process of it, by the sound of that.
That big fat donkey was easy pickings. He wouldn't have noticed if we'd robbed his boots off him.
Yeah. Wish we hadn't handed over the pass, though. Could use one of those things to get out of this dump.
Chance would be a fine thing. The moment they found out, they'd string us up by our guts.
Would they now? Perhaps you'd like to introduce us to these charming characters.
Shit, we're in trouble now.
What do we do?
You two get caught if you want. I'm off.
Hunter, where are you going?
So that was Hunter, eh? Jill, you watch these two. I'm going after him.
All right.
Let's say Torgal, fetch.
He can't have gone far. I need to find him before his employers do.
That would have worked. Let's go on where the chocobos are.
Did you see a boy run past? He stole something from a friend of mine.
There was a boy ran back there towards the chocobo pen, but...
Thank you.
Do you know what about the pronunciation of chocobo? I always called it chocobo, until in games they were calling it chocobo. And now they're calling it chocobo again. That's very frustrating.
Oh, shit. Cornered.
It's all right, Hunter. I'm not going to hurt you. I just want to ask you some questions.
Fine. Not like I've got a choice.
I'm looking for the people who are making you steal for them. Who are they?
Call themselves the Carstones. They said they'd give me good gill if I did what they told me. I knew they were bad, but bread doesn't come for free. Didn't come at all half the time, before I started buzzing for them. You know, if I didn't do it, they'd just pick on someone else. Someone they could push around easier.
Hunter.
You found him then?
Jill. Where are the other two?
Eloise is watching over them. She sent Goetz and I to look for you.
You're... him!
I haven't got your pass anymore, if that's what you're after. I gave it to the Carstones. Whatever you do to me, I can't get it back. Not that I go against them anyway. If it weren't for their gill, me and my mates would have starved.
Cowards. You will not force another child to do your bidding.
Wait, we're not...
Don't hurt him.
You're making a mistake. We're on the same side.
Like hell we are. That brooch. Where did you get it?
Master Theo?
Goetz. What are you doing with these people? Unless you're the ones my sister was talking about.
Your sister? Eloise didn't tell us she had a brother.
And why would she? I'm just her back and a blade. Theodore, at your service. Sorry about before.
Theodore, what do you know of the cast stones?
Vultures who have made Boklad their hunting ground. They prey on the desperate, stealing from those with gill and bullying those without it into joining their flock. I'd been looking into their activities in hope of sparing the refugees any further hardship. But it seems they've already stooped even lower than I'd feared. Hansa's a good lad. Don't blame him for what they've made him do. If he and his friends hadn't agreed to work for the stones, some other poor souls would have. On pain of death, most likely. Clive, was it? And my sisters asked you to help put an end to the pickpocketing. Then we all want the same thing.
Don't hurt him. He's handsome. but doesn't quite have Clive's hair or brooding voice.
Oh, where is it?
I'm sorry.
It is.
So, what's the plan?
What else? We find the cast stones and we crush them. You get your trader's pass back, and I make Boklad a safe place again.
All right then.
All right then. Honza, where are they camped? Don't worry. They'll never know you told us.
Couldn't if I wanted to. They always come to town to collect the passes. Meet us outside the gate. I tried following them once, but they spotted me halfway down the trail. Said they'd string me up.
We'll try it this time. Which way were they going?
Back down the road towards Leighton's Cleft.
To Leighton's Cleft, then?
Wait a second. All roads lead to...
This cleft is to the south, past the camp.
They could be the masterminds of this too, could they?
It looked like they were about to turn into Leighton's Cleft before they spotted me.
You can do it, Clive.
I totally can, yes. Sure. Let's move our way over then. I wonder. Come here, you evil organization of children thievery. I can tell that they're still children. Technically, they're the only employers of children around here. Does that make them the good guys? This is very confusing. Wait, I'll be able to get my sprint on soon. Something tells me they might be up that area I climbed up at. Man, you think they'd be a bit more stealthy about things?
Sticking his nose in our business.
Oh no.
You should have minded your own.
Oh god, it was him.
I doubt these were the ringleaders.
But at least we know we're on the right track.
I tried to counter him then. That didn't really work out, did it? They're all around the place now. Now, why did you change my angle? It's fine, I got this.
That's the lot. Stay down.
Okay, we've gone through the... casters. Just shrugged it off because we've got bravery up. Them Torgo. That last one.
More foot soldiers.
Fewer now.
We're going all the way up. There's a camp. How do we miss this on the way down? I distinctly remember walking into this area.
Not a bad haul today, eh?
Aye. Some of our new recruits are natural-born ne'er-do-wells.
Especially the little ones. That Hans has got nimble fingers, all right.
It will be a shame when they chop them off. But till then, let's make the most of it.
Scum.
The leaders of the cast stones, I take it.
They don't deserve any mercy, Clive.
I wasn't planning on showing them any.
We're ready when you are, Theodore.
Oh, I'm ready.
Got no casters to buff you.
It's that guard from Boklad. Kill him! Kill them all!
Ooh. Quadra. Punch. Oh, I thought I got that one. Oops. Obviously didn't dodge. Obviously did not block it at all. Oh, I went way too early. Next. Oh, I didn't have the ability. My bad. Mate, you, I'm letting you hit me a lot more than I want you to hit me. Unfortunately. I think I'll just finish the job now. Oh, I thought that would finish him. I was wrong. Yeah, I'm taking damage where I need to, but I left my counters.
And they say crime doesn't pay. Gold chains, rings, purses. And traders' passes. Dozens of them.
Have the names been changed?
Not yet. I recognize some of them. No doubt Goetz's is somewhere among them. Now I just need to sort through it all and return everything to the people it was taken from.
We should go and give Eloise the good news. Can we leave things here in your hands, Theodore?
Of course. Oh, and, be sure to tell her of the part I played, won't you?
We'll be glad to.
He's just gonna run away with it. He's got all the goodies to himself.
Goetz's pass will be in here somewhere. It might take a while to find it, though. You should go back to Boklad and give my sister the good news.
No, I think we should search for Goetz's pass right now. No reason for me to wait when I can find it now and move on. And then tell. We can sort things out together with more hands and eyes. Come on. You have the program here.
Ah, Clive. How goes the hunt? My brother isn't getting in your way, I trust?
Quite the opposite.
So it was the cast stones who were behind it all. Theo told me he'd been on their trail. And their demise solves 3 problems at a stroke. That of the pickpockets, the bandits pulling their strings, and the passes they were stealing. I only hope yours is among the items you recovered. Only time and Theo's return will tell. Speaking of whom, welcome home, dear brother.
You are too kind, Eloise. Here, Clive. Goetz's pass. Ask him to keep a closer eye on it from now on, would you?
I will. Thank you.
El, I've asked our boys to carry the rest of the goods back. Can I count on your help in sorting through it all?
Of course. I'll make some space in the storeroom. I expect you'll soon be on your way then. But it wouldn't do to leave without introducing yourself properly, would it now? Sid. Don't look so shocked. We're on the same side.
I don't understand.
As you now know all too well, we at the Crimson Caravans are always happy to help those in need. For a small fee, we will move anything that needs moving. Be that goods to market, or bearers away from it.
I was the first my sister helped escape. If it wasn't for her, I'd have been branded as a boy.
I had no idea.
It just so happens that we are seeking to expand our operation. And who better to join forces with than the leader in the field? Wouldn't you agree, Theo?
I would. It seems our purpose is the same in more ways than one. So what would you say to working together again?
It would be our pleasure.
And our honor.
The honor is ours.
Here, Clive. This is for you.
What is it?
Elle has friends in high places, while I have associates in, lower ones. That mark is proof that you're a friend to us both.
I shall bear it with pride.
Well, all that remains is to wish you a safe onward journey. Goetz's pass should secure you a place on the caravan, but if you encounter any difficulties, we would be delighted to provide you with a coach of our own. For a discounted price, of course. Say, 9 million?
We'll try the caravan.
Where am I putting all these seals is still the question. There only so much like real estate. I don't know. Trader's pass was reobtained. The raised letters upon this square of burnished bronze read, by order of the Board of Delegates is the bearer of this token bestowed all rights and permissions merited a Dominion merchant. We also got thunderstorm cooldown time reduced by 2.5 seconds in an accessory.
Right then. Let's get this back to Goetz.
And then it's on to the Dominion.
Something I can help you with?
Probably not anymore.
Why, I am what you see.
The proprietress of the Crimson Caravans, the best known and best trusted porterage firm in Boklad. There are less expensive options, it's true, but customers choose us for 2 reasons. We're reliable and we don't ask questions. Our wagons stand ready to transport anything you might want moved discreetly, be that possessions you'd rather others didn't know about, or even people.
It can be a risky business.
But what we make from moving the former, we spend on improving our ability to transport the latter. Might even consider us competitors of the infamous Sid the Outlaw, had he and I not reached an agreement.
This being a border town...
Merchants often stop in on their way to the Crystalline Dominion to carry out any final business in the Republic, and the locals are only too pleased to oblige by weighing their wagons down with local specialties before they leave and lightening their purses in the process. But what if a visitor doesn't have a wagon of their own? Why, then it falls to porters like ourselves to provide one.
It did.
Lately, most passers through journey to the Dominion in search of a safe haven rather than a tidy profit. And who can blame them? Some things are more important than commerce after all. What are you doing with the children now?
Don't worry about Hansa and the others.
They will be safe with us. But there will be more little ones abandoned at the gates, and they too may turn to crime in their desperation to survive. Especially if the Caststones or some other ill-intentioned element decide to give them no choice in the matter. It's up to those of us who care to see that that doesn't happen.
Best of luck, Sid.
What do you have to say, Theodore?
And how might the Crimson Caravan serve you today?
If my sister is the smiling face of the Crimson Caravans, and I am the scowl. She brings in the customers, I scare off those who prey on them.
And I wouldn't have it any other way.
Eloise always did have a talent for business. I prefer working with my hands, or rather my fists. And there are plenty of bandits and beasts out there to keep me busy.
All the better.
The Crimson Caravans has a reputation to uphold, and I need to keep my skills well honed. The Boklad checkpoint. Half of the wagons that come through Boklad nowadays are full of people fleeing for the Dominion, and half of them go no further than the gate, where their cries soon blend in with all the others. Let us through, we can't live without magic. They'll give us new crystals in Twinside.
Fools, the lot of them.
They love magic so much they should have tried being born a bearer.
Criminals and cowards.
The Crimsons. The Caststones, yeah? who bullied the desperate and the dispossessed into doing their bidding. And also they could keep their own hands clean. It's no wonder it took me a while to track them down. If it hadn't been for you and Jill, I might never have found them. Still, it's not that hard. You just walk that direction, then they try to kill you. Still less brought them to justice. I'd offer you a share in the spoils if it didn't all belong to other people.
May luck go with you.
It's fine. Everyone in this world knows that you have to activate a quest first. Like that quest over there. Oh my goodness. It's side quest session day. To be able to actually see anything. Well, before we move past the checkpoint,
Now I just need to see about getting the word out to everyone.
3 more quests have appeared.